All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Yakuza 2. Probably just continuing with the minigame completion grind because it's a lot. But I think it should be fine. Exactly on time. Exactly. Precisely. It shouldn't be that bad. We're past the batting cages, so that's gotta mean something. We're on to the next bit, that being the bowling, which is great. There's the voice. The voice is fine. The batting cages are the best. Man, now everyone's going to... Ooh. I did not do my camera settings. Clearly. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, I did have them set. But I just restarted it and it actually applied them. Now that we're past the batting cages, it's everyone's favorite. Oh, hold on. The game isn't visible, is it? Shit. There. Finish them all. MGS3 still on top. I think you typoed MGS2, but I'll let it slide this time. I'll let it go. Glad to be back to peak gaming. And I have a new Celsius flavor that I've never seen before. Playa Vibes, which is apparently a pina colada flavor. Wow, it smells like pina colada. Holy shit. Like, even just getting my mouth close to it, it's such a strong smell. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. I like it. Playa Vibes. It made me laugh when I saw it. Just too much coconut. Yeah, I just smelled like an overwhelming whiff of coconut when I went to drink it. I can dig it, though. I can get behind it. Enjoy some bowling before the misery of shogi. It's probably true. I bet it is going to be miserable. Oh. I still got it. I still got it. You know, it's a warm-up. It's a warm-up. Oh, I actually got it. That should have been faster. Damn, dude. Just a little curve. Beautiful. At least I'm getting spares. If nothing else. I'll take it. I'll take it. They should have released 1 and 2 HD on modern systems for the 20th anniversary. They should have. It's a shame that we never even got the HD versions in the West. Like, genuinely. It's one thing that they never re-released them beyond the PS3, but just that they never were released outside of Japan is even more criminal. I'm stuck with the PS2 option unless I want to stream it in Japanese, which I did not. So PS2 versions it is. Okay, I've got it back now. 5-bagger. You know me. You know me. Oh, come on now. I was just getting on a roll again. God damn it. Save that for Kenzan? Maybe. I can dream of a Kenzan localization. Someday. Come on, man. Come on. Curve it a little to the right. Beautiful. What is the perfect 10-frame score anyway? Because, like, I know that it needs to be all strikes, but so I can compare the number scores that I'm getting. Who here knows bowling enough to know what the perfect 10 frames would be? It is 300? Okay. So 236 isn't a bad warm-up. I would say that's a pretty good warm-up, actually. That's way more than I could bowl in real life. If I ever bowl a 236, I would never touch a bowling ball again. I wouldn't be able to live up to my own hype. That will have been my peak. It's over after that. No more bowling. Oh, come... Oh! Never mind. Never mind. Oh, this one might be a little sketchy. That one was a little sketchy. I'm unsure on this one. I had no reason to be. That's a 4-bagger. This one I'm definitely unsure on. Oh, damn it. Not enough curve. I kind of knew it. It is bagging time, or at least it was. The hard part is the angle. Not even, like, the curve is one thing. The strength, weirdly, like, it kind of matters, but it doesn't really matter that much. As long as you get the right angle and curve on it to offset the strength, it doesn't matter a ton. I've thrown balls with, like, a quarter strength and gotten strikes. It doesn't really change much. The bowler of Dojima, the bagger. The bagger of Dojima. Since I need to get 12 strikes in a row. We need a perfect 300 on the 10 frame. So we need to hit a 12 bagger. Oh, come on now. Bro's out here bagging. I am. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. That's a big one. Clean. Good power, good angle. Just crank the curve. Eee. I can get this. did? No way. Hey, 237. 237. That was hot. That was crazy. That was crazy. Don't you mean a double 6-pack? Oh, that's right. They do go to pack in this. They do bagger a couple times, and then they go to, like, I was getting 6-pack, 7-pack. That is right. Is it a double 6-pack, or is it just going to be a 12-pack, or are they going to switch to a different name? I don't know. Good start. It's interchangeable? Yeah. But this game uses both, and it just starts using different ones. It's kind of weird. That's not a strike. It almost was, though. I'm just going to reset that one. That was painful. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. All right. I decided to build the most expensive army in 40K and test my wife's patience. How much is that going to be? Who is the most expensive army? Like, generally, which faction is the priciest to build up? Not that I play tabletop, I'm just curious. Yeah, I know it gets, like, stupid expensive. Adeptus Mechanicus is the most expensive to collect? Interesting. Is there a reason for that? Just the figures are more expensive?
If you're looking for Deca Minis, taking them up on the rough.
Thank you, Kronk. Thank you, Ezra, for the 8 months. On the rough. Oh, come on. I have the strat down, so now I really am just going to start resetting for it, to be honest. Because, like, I know what I'm doing. Using the strat, so far, I've gotten up to 7 strikes in a row. So it works. It's just gotta be a little... Oof. It's gotta have a little luck to it. That's not a strike. Or it is. Okay. Make it make sense. Mostly down to luck with the physics, to be honest. Just the pin physics. Yeah, because sometimes you need them to knock each other down. Like that. Beautiful. Turkey. Good start. Oh. That's a 4-bagger right there. That right there is a 4-bagger. Five-bagger. You know it. Six-pack. Oh, shit. We got up to 6-pack. Damn it. 6-pack and 2 bags. A bagger of Dojima is so stupid. I love it. Not even the 7-pack. Hello, Dream Master. Oh no, we got screwed. That was bullshit. Could be better. Okay. Good start. Good start. My six-pack became a keg as I got older. Mine too. I say at 23. I did lose my abs this year, though. Genuinely. It's kind of sad. They're still there. They're still there. 23 is unk these days. Yeah. Just, my body fat percentage is too high, so they're not visible anymore. I don't know how that was a double, but we take it. Oh, come on. God damn it. Skim the fat. I have to. But then I swear every time I get back on it, I'll be good about it for like a week. And then, you know, something happens where it's like someone gifts me a giant bag of candy for some reason, or, you know, I just got a gift card randomly to the local bakery. Like just the one in town that's been here for like over 20 years. And they have amazing pastries. And I got a $20 gift card for them, like out of the blue. And like, I'm not gonna say no to a free $20 of amazing pastries, right? I'm not. Just every time I start to get back on it, something comes up. It's been this whole year. Something happens to where my diet goes to shit again in like a week or two. Every time. Oh. Oh. Damn it. Looking better 8 months after childbirth than she has for years. Just a lady of leisure now. Going to yoga classes, long walks, lady days. Yeah. You know, and the handling the baby. Very leisurely. 20 years in the pastry made you fat. It's fucked up. I got that like strong dad bod going at 23. It's fucked up. It's not right, man. Oh, come on. Maybe it's all the bowling. Maybe that's what's doing it to me. Need the extra insulation for the winter. It's fine. No, my winter arc is coming up, bro. Come on. Get one of those vibrating belts on your gut. Like the muscle trainers, those things. A buddy of mine bought one of those years ago. Off of like the TikTok shop or whatever. It was terrible. Like we fucked around with it, but it was such a stupid product. It was really funny though. For like the 20 minutes that we were messing around with it, and then we were like, okay, but what do you really do with this? They called it belly shaper. Yeah, whatever those are called. The ones that are just supposed to like shock your muscle. It's like a little light shock that's supposed to just make your muscles like cramp up and activate, and it's apparently supposed to build muscle just by doing that. Allegedly. Regular show lied? No. Regular show couldn't lie. They never did. Never once. They had Billy Mitchell on it, and he was a dirty cheater. They've never lied once.
Oh,
Allegedly. Billy, please. Where's Kronk? Kronk? There's something in it he doesn't like, maybe? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like the word Terminator. I heard James Cameron is writing the next Terminator film, but I don't know. I think they should have quit while they were ahead. The only one I found decent outside of the first was Terminator Salvation. Whoa, outside of the first two, you mean, right? Surely. I don't know why Kronk didn't kick in there. Thank you for the 20, Douglas. Terminator 2 is just, like, one of my favorite movies. Period. Falsa actually just watched it for the first time, maybe, like, a couple months ago. I think she liked it. I don't remember. First two. Okay. I was gonna say. I was like, there's no way. Salvation is weird. I'm not a big Salvation fan, but like I don't hate it either. Oh, come on, man. I feel like the best one outside of the first two, or at least the most enjoyable one, was probably, at least I think it was the most recent one. I'm not gonna remember the name. I didn't even care for it that much. Let me make sure. It was the one with the female Terminator with the short hair and like the white tank top. Was that? Oh, it wasn't a white tank top, maybe. It was a gray one. At least in the movie poster, it's gray. Close enough. Dark Fate? Terminator Dark Fate? I think that is the last one that I saw. Yeah, definitely it was Dark Fate. I feel like that was the one that I enjoyed the most. Like, post-Terminator 2. But even then, like, I didn't really like it that much. I couldn't have even told you the name of it. Right now, I couldn't really tell you what happens in it. Like, I don't remember. I just remember feeling like that one was okay. Like, I watched it and I was like, yeah, that was enjoyable. It wasn't great, but like, I didn't hate it. I feel like all the other ones, I left severely disappointed. That one I left and I was like, it was okay. At the very least, it was an okay one. Stop sending you pounds of candy. You guys think she's joking when she says pounds. Like, she means it, literal pounds of candy. Did one thing and one thing only of note, it ruined T2. They all ruined T2. That's kind of just what they all do after 2. What I do love is that after Terminator 2, every single... I just pulled up the list to try to make sure that it was the one I was thinking of and that it was the most recent one. There were 4 Terminator movies after Terminator 2, and every single one of them takes place in its own, like, branched off timeline, where 1 and 2 both took place, but then after 1 and 2 took place, like, everything is different in each of the subsequent movies after those. Every single movie is them trying to start, like, a new timeline going forward, and they all failed. So they all ended up being one-offs. It's wild, man. They keep trying to reboot Terminator. They're like, people only like these 2. So we'll start here, try to reboot it, and they haven't had a successful one yet. Terminator, we stopped at 2. Matrix, we stopped at 1. That is the best stopping point for both of those franchises. Genuinely, just leave them alone. Unless you're excessively curious about one or the other, that's perfect. Just stop. Just quit while you're ahead. Oh, I knew it. Shit. Oh, I never saw Sarah Connor Chronicles. I heard about it. but I never watched it. Still awesome. They all have awesome scenes. But genuinely, what's it? Yeah, The Matrix, that's one where I'm like, just the first one. Because even the second one, some people like it. I'm not one of those people. It's very meh. Oh. Already. I watched the second one years ago and got bored. Yeah, that sounds about right. Matrix 2, I'm definitely not a fan. Completely dislike. I don't know if I even saw the newest one, to be honest with you. I don't think I did. The newest one that they did like that Unreal Engine 5 tech demo thing for. And that Unreal tech demo is already lost media, even though that was only like a handful of years ago. Shit. The recording where Christian Bale was cursing. Oh, the guy checking the light. I think, was that the last Yakuza stream that we were talking about exactly that? The Christian Bale. Oh no. I think it was the last Yakuza stream that we were talking about the Christian Bale crash out. And the Tom Cruise one as well. The Tom Cruise Mission Impossible one. Was beautiful. So far, we've gotten up to a 7-pack. Eesh, curve, come on. Come on, curve it. Beautiful. 12 in a row is not the worst. Like, compared to the batting cages, this isn't bad. But it is deceptively difficult. Shit. Give me the 8-pack. I wonder if it just sticks with pack past the 5th one. Because it's weird already that they switch from bagger to pack because they're literally the same thing when we Googled it the other day. It was like beyond turkey, you can either say like the number and then bagger or the number and then pack. So it's already weird that they have both of them. But it makes me wonder if it will flip again at some point. Ooh, that was crazy luck. Oh, hey, you guys want first impressions that no one asked for? Get this, okay? Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta, early access, started yesterday. As of stream yesterday, I had not played any. As of stream today, I have played a decent amount. No one asked? Exactly. I'm just giving these unsolicited. Multiplayer, I thought looked fun going in. I don't think I'm a fan. I'm not clicking with it. Something just is not landing for me with the multiplayer. I'm not liking it. But to be fair, because it's the pre-order only beta right now, it is excessively sweaty. Like, everyone is playing like they're in fucking COD champs right now. So it's a little hard to enjoy any COD game in that sort of scenario. We will see. We will see if maybe at the full release of the game I enjoy it more because it's just more chill. Did you like BO6 MP? BO6 was genuinely my favorite multiplayer in like 10 years for the series. It's the most MP I played like since Advanced Warfare. I liked BO6 MP quite a bit. Like, and I didn't expect to like BO6s, which is why this year I was more like, okay, BO7, I'm on board. I'll give it a real good shot. And I played like an hour of multiplayer on the beta, and I don't think I'm a fan of BO7s. I don't know why though, because like the maps are good, the guns are good, the new perk system is way better. I can list so many things that I think are improved. The movement is way better. Like, no tack sprint is great. They nerfed the slide distance and speed. That's great. People aren't just sliding everywhere now. So, like, I don't know why I'm not enjoying it, but something about it just isn't, like, landing. And I have no idea why. Like, I actually can't quantify it. There is zombies in the beta that opened literally. It was supposed to only open an hour before my stream started, but they launched it an hour early. So I have played a singular game of like the survival map, because it is just a little sectioned off survival map. It's not the big main map that will be there at launch. The zombies, get this, it's Black Ops 6 zombies, like systems wise and everything, but just super polished up. Like, it just, everything feels tighter compared to BO6. Even down to just like, the environment design is so good. The art team went fucking crazy, like even more so than in BO6. And they were already doing pretty good with the environment design in 6. But even just this little like farm survival map that they have for the early access beta, and I think it will only be in the early access one. They said the zombies beta is like limited time only, but they didn't say that for the multiplayer. So I think zombies beta is only going to be like 2 or 3 days. And by the time the full free-to-play beta comes around, it won't be there, is the impression I'm getting. I don't know exactly what the deal is with that, to be clear, though. But the zombies, I'm totally on board after playing a match of it. That was lucky as fuck. That was so lucky. Because I liked BO6's zombies. And this is that, but, like, guns feel better, movement feels better. Again, no tack sprint. Omni movement is still there. Just the tactical sprint got taken out. And the base sprint speed is faster. So, like, just normal sprint moves quicker, but the tactical sprint where you have to, like, hit it multiple times and raise your gun up and do all this shit, that's gone. It's just normal, like, one single sprint now. And that one sprint is a little faster than it was in the last few years. But Omni movement is still there. Like, you can still sprint and slide and dive to the side and backwards and all that. They just took out the tack sprint. And they nerfed the slide, like, momentum and speed, because people were abusing the shit out of the slide all year in BO6. It was obnoxious. It was so annoying. And yeah, I've never been big on tack sprint, so I'm happy to see it gone. Because even, like, I booted up the zombies, right? And I started, like, instinctively trying to tack sprint around, and then being pleasantly reminded that that just wasn't a thing anymore. And it made me smile every time. Just playing that little survival map, I would try to tactical sprint and then be like, oh, I don't have to. I can just sprint like a normal person. I don't have to fucking raise my rifle up above my head and start zooming around. I can just run like normal. But, the zombies, I think, like, the thing is, because it's just polished up BO6, and they've done a little bit where, like, to the core systems with polish, where, like, your salvage gain is a lot slower in BO7, it seems. So they're trying to incentivize you to, like, go to the mystery box and spin to get higher tier weapons, rather than just bringing your one loadout weapon and upgrading its rarity throughout the whole game. I think that's a great thing. Them, like, with Cold War and BO6, one of my biggest issues with zombies was the fact that I didn't need to buy a gun in the match. It was like I deployed with my favorite gun, fine-tuned to my exact preferences, and I can just upgrade it to be, like, the best bullet weapon in the game by round 25. There's no need for me to spin the box or buy something off the wall or anything. And I never liked that. But they're trying to push you more towards actually getting weapons in game rather than just upgrading the one you spawn with, which I think is a good thing. I don't know if it will completely deter it by any means, like especially for camo grinding and stuff like that. It probably won't, but it's at least a good step in the right direction. It's good that they're trying to do that, if nothing else. I'm hoping that they're able to kind of eliminate that meta of just bringing the one weapon you want and upgrading it throughout the match. Because honestly, it's fun for like a little bit coming off of classic zombies to just spawn with the exact weapon you want, but it gets stale so fast. Because like part of the fun in the early game is trying to like juggle between all these different weapons and like get up to the ones that you really like, right? Or if you're false, sorry false, I just have to take shots. Even if you don't want to do that, she just goes and buys like a 1,000 point gun off the wall. That's like a total like B tier gun, but she at least knows exactly what it is. She's comfortable with it. She likes it. She'll just go buy that. Like you can kind of do either. But just spawning with the gun that you want. Like if when we're playing Kino, False could just spawn with her fucking MP5K and never have to even go and get it. It's kind of lame. So I'm hopeful that they're able to move away from that. I am a simple woman. There are all these like laser guns, guns that freeze the zombies, guns that send hordes flying in a single shot. But False is like, no, I just want like the little SMG off the wall. I know what it is. It's a guaranteed result. I don't have to gamble for it. Just give me my little SMG. A simple and boring woman. No gambling. Imagine. Ooh. You know, it's slow enough that this might not... No, it was still terrible. You're thinking so much about COD with Battlefield 6 out in 7 days. Well, the thing is, like, I'm a Battlefield fan, but I'm way more of a COD fan. And, like, even if Battlefield is really good this year, which from what I played of the beta, like, I enjoyed the Battlefield 6 beta, but I don't think that this game is better than, like, Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, at least in the state that it was in during the beta. It definitely wasn't. Battlefield 1, how could I forget? Like, I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna enjoy it, but I'm much more interested in BO7, particularly the zombies, because, like, those systems changes that I was able to feel even just in my first survival map match, I think are positive changes. Even just the art design from what we've seen in trailers, and again from that survival map, is absolutely on point. Like, the aesthetic of it is so nailed down. The classic crew is coming back, like Richtof and Nikolai, Tank, Takeo, they're all coming back. It just, zombies seems good this year, but the thing is that I'm a little skeptical on with the zombies is because it's basically BO6 with slightly more polish. My enjoyment with BO7 zombies will be less about the core game, because it is more or less the game that I was playing for the last year, and more about, can they nail every map after launch the way that they're seemingly nailing the launch map so well? Like, will they be able to keep that consistent with all the maps that come out throughout the year? Is really what it's going to come down to. So BO7 Zombies even still feels a bit like a gamble, but at least it seems like it's going to launch in a very good state. Because they're doing so much cool shit with the big, like, launch map. And I don't know why they're not marketing zombies more, because basically they're doing, like, these big trailers for multiplayer, right? These big showcases for, like, the multiplayer and the campaign. And then Zombies is getting, like, text blog posts. So I don't know why they're not going heavier on the marketing for BO7. Because what they're talking about with Zombies is amazing. Like the Cursed mode. Cursed mode is going to be essentially a classic mode. Kind of. What they've said is once you complete the main quest for the map, you unlock the ability to play that map in the Cursed mode. And the Cursed mode, to start, will do things like give you a point system that's more like the classic point system. Because if you're not in the know, the new Zombies point system is very controversial among fans. Most people just want the old system back. So they're giving it back within this challenge mode. You can only spawn with like a non-upgraded, no attachments, basic-ass pistol. They've added the perk limit back. Apparently the zombies' health is going to scale faster. Like all these things. And then they've said that within the Cursed mode, there will be a whole bunch of new exclusive side quests only available within the challenge mode to find and complete. And by completing those new exclusive quests, you unlock more optional challenge modifiers to add on to your Cursed game mode. So you can custom tweak the difficulty of the challenge mode as you want per game. And the way that you unlock those modifiers is by playing the game in the challenge mode and completing quests within it. And it sounds great. It sounds like such an amazing way to just stretch out the replayability of the mode. But again, they're talking about all this in like text blog posts instead of doing a big showcase for this. The way that I feel like they should be. I feel like they should really be showcasing this a lot more. Like marketing this a lot more than they are. Because basically the only people who know about this shit are the people who care enough to read the blog posts. Oh, god damn it. I was on a 6-pack there. God damn it. But yeah, the post-launch BO6 maps were very good. And I do think, like, even the launch maps, too. I think Liberty Falls is my least favorite BO6 map. I think. It is my least favorite. But, like, even Liberty Falls, I feel like overall, as a zombies map, is like an A-tier map. Or sorry, not an A, whoa. A B-tier map. I would say most of BO6's maps are like a high B to a high A tier generally. I think Shattered Veil is just an S tier map. The mansion one with all the Raygun Mark II variants and stuff, that was a banger. Crazy, crazy banger. The Reckoning was really fun too. The final map that they did. That was really good too. But, what's it? Because it's the final map, what? I don't want to jump to saying it's S tier. That's at least like a mid to high A tier map though. For sure. It could be an S tier. Just, it's still so new that I don't want to jump the gun and place it with the goats so soon. But it's really good. The Reckoning was really good as well. What's the strike average? I would say it's normally about 5 or 6. I'm highly skeptical. So am I. But just like right now, I'm just looking at like Cursed mode and the launch map. And those two things on their own have me very interested. Ghosts and Goblins is turned off? Shouldn't be. Hold on, let me look. No, they should be active. No pop-ups? Oh. Oh, weird. Hold on. I see why. Hold on. There's been no pop-ups? Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute. I've had to do this before. Yeah. There's the issue. I found it. Hold on. One more second. There we go. It wasn't, it lost its link to OBS. There they are. See, look at them, little fellas. There we go. Okay, my bad. Whoa, my mouse is about to die, actually. It's not looking like much, it's too little. What's not looking like much? The map? Because the map looks crazy. Classic Ratchet and Clank games were great. They were pretty good. Oh, the overall package? Yeah. I don't know. The multiplayer, I'm willing to say, because it, like, I should like it, given I like BO6, and there are so many positive changes from what I played, but, like, weirdly, I'm just not enjoying it. I want to say that it's probably just because it's so sweaty right now that I'm genuinely unable to have fun. Which could be the case. So, I don't even want to, like, give a solid verdict on it until launch, but, like, throughout the duration of the beta, I don't think I'm going to play much more multiplayer, especially because zombies is there in the beta. I'm just going to play the survival map to, like, hit max level and everything. But it seems like or at least right now, from what we can tell, with zombies being my main component as well, is something to factor in when I talk about COD. The way that I weigh it is, like, zombies is 90% of the value for me. And then everything else is like a little bonus. Maybe I'll play it, maybe I won't. It sounds ridiculous, but that is genuinely kind of how it works out for me. It seems like this year is like, if you enjoyed BO6 zombies, we're gonna have that game with more polish, better story. So far from what we can tell, who knows? That's a question mark. Maybe better story. But definitely, like, more fleshed out maps, more replayability through the cursed mode and everything. We blipped. Hello. We blipped. TLDR, because I don't know where it went and where it came back. It seems like, as a zombies player, 90% of the value for me is zombies. It seems like this is like, if you like BO6, this is BO6, but way better, especially if you're a long-term dedicated player, which I am. So for me, that alone has seemingly justified my interest right now. But it obviously is a matter of post-launch support too. Can't be too sure in anything. But at least with, like, launch offering, it seems like the launch offering will be very good. Because, hold on. I mentioned the... Oh, wait, no, it won't be in a file, will it? I mentioned the art team going crazy, and this is just one screenshot. But here. This was quite literally, like, I just loaded in and sent this screenshot to False to be like, oh, look, the zombies came earlier than expected. I can play it before stream. I loaded into the map, and this is, like, legit standing exactly where you spawn on this little sectioned off survival map. That's immediately what you're greeted with when you load in. It's gorgeous. Like, it is so cool looking. Just this creepy little farm map with the big like dark ether skybox and everything. It looks so sweet. Just immediately when you load into it, I was like, wow. The one thing I don't like is the multiplayer HUD in the zombies. Right? Don't love that. But people have already data mined the beta and found that they have like 8 HUD presets for the game. And like 3 of those HUD presets are literally just the zombies HUDs from other games. Specifically, the BO1 and BO3 zombies HUDs have been found in the files already. Just as like toggleable options. So the HUD, even though I don't like the BO7 like multiplayer HUD being in the beta right now, on launch they're gonna have like 8 different options, and 2 of them are options that I know I love. So I'm not too bothered by that, because even though it looks a little ugly to me right now, I know it's just temporary, and that as soon as it comes out, I'm changing it. I might be slightly acoustic when it comes to HUD design. I am absolutely acoustic when it comes to HUD design. So just the fact that people straight up found that you can turn on like the Black Ops 3 HUD in the settings. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing as soon as the game comes out. Although the BO1 HUD has also been found, and I really like that HUD too. That is a really nice looking one. The BO1 zombies one. I might go with that. And if they're going with BO1 and BO3, and we know that there are like 8 options from the files, they just haven't been able to find the other HUD elements in there. Because like BO3's HUD specifically, they found like all of the different elements, like the little ammo counter thing, the little like character icon things with the points next to them. Like they've literally found the image files in there for that HUD, as well as references within the HUD presets to it. So that one we know like 100%. The other 8, like who knows if they'll all be there at launch. BO3 seemingly will be. But I'm assuming if we have like references to the BO1 and BO3 HUDs, shit like BO2 might be in there. World at War might be in there. Like who knows? Who knows? And if I can just change it for the hell of it, I might be changing my HUD like all the time. I might just be bouncing around for fun. Just playing with different ones. I don't know. Holy luck. It's the little things? It is. It is the little things where I'm like, I don't like this HUD, but just knowing that like me being a big BO3 fanboy, BO3 Zombies fanboy, and them just giving me that HUD as an option and catering to me that way, it just makes me happy. It's not even like a significant thing. Like, will being able to activate in older games HUD really make or break my enjoyment? Hell no. But it's nice. It's nice. I'll take it. I should make like a Smash Bros. Ultimate Black Ops with all the maps, characters, weapons, and HUDs. That's basically just Black Ops 3 on Steam with mods. The community has basically made that using the modding tools for BO3. Like my BO3, if I went and loaded it up right now, like I have overhaul mods for like BO1 and 2 that have like, it replaces all the guns and HUDs and everything to just play like those. It replaces the slide with dolphin dives for those too. I have like Call of the Dead remastered, Mob of the Dead remastered. And then obviously like Zombies Chronicles is a thing on BO3 just to begin with. Like every World at War map is already natively in BO3. Every Black Ops 1 map was already in BO3 with the exception of 5 and Call of the Dead. And modders have already made like a 1-to-1 Call of the Dead remaster and someone is working on 5 right now. It doesn't have many BO2 maps, but it did have Origins, which is the best one anyway. I don't know why you would need another one. But I also have a Nuketown remastered. Nuketown Zombies remastered on my BO3. I'm trying to think what else through mods. Mob of the Dead I mentioned. They're working on Die Rise. There's a team working on a Die Rise remaster, but they've been working on it for like 3 years, and I don't know if that's ever going to be finished, honestly. There's also a team working on a Transit one, but they've also been working on it for like 4 years, and I don't know if that's ever going to come out either. But genuinely, like, BO3 with mods is basically just the Smash Ultimate of zombies. You can just play whatever the fuck you want on Black Ops 3, which is already, like, the best core of, like, a zombies game. Like, just all the functionality and systems and everything are, like, perfect in Black Ops 3. Genuine, no complaints there. So, for that to be the game that you can just add everything else to with mods, it's the perfect game to have that. Unfortunately, it's only for Steam owners, but aren't they making a spiritual successor to Transit in BO7? Yeah, the launch map for BO7 is like a spiritual successor to Transit. It has a bunch of points of interest connected by like roads with fog and everything, and the fog areas are super, super dangerous, like way more than on Transit, because they really don't want players to just ditch the truck and go running through them like we did on Transit. So they've made them like mega dangerous this time from what we've seen in the early gameplay and stuff. And you get a controllable truck rather than like a bus that just does its own thing. So you actually drive the vehicle to where you want to go instead of just being at the mercy of Ted the bus driver. And you also upgrade the truck throughout the map, like as you play. They're calling it the first ever Wonder Vehicle, because as you go through the map and complete quests and stuff, you get upgrades for the truck. And probably the coolest one that they showed off at the live stream event the other day was the Pack-a-Punch for the map you build into the bed of this pickup truck. So as you move your vehicle around, it also becomes like your portable workstation, where you're gonna have like all the things you need to upgrade your loadout throughout the game attached to the vehicle that you're using to go from point A to point B. And seeing the Pack-a-Punch machine like strapped into the bed of the pickup truck is fucking hilarious. It's awesome. It's so cool. For no reason, it is so cool. It genuinely seems like Transit if it was fun so far. Sorry, Transit fans. Might skip BO7 because of the Game Pass situation. Okay, I'm more informed about the Game Pass thing now. And like, I feel like a lot of it is rage bait. To be so real, it's like I know the details with the Game Pass situation now outside of just like what headlines are running and people on Twitter are saying. And like, it's not that bad. Because Game Pass Ultimate got a huge price hike, but they also have upgraded the package of Game Pass Ultimate in like 8 different ways along with the price hike, as well as added multiple new lower tiers of Game Pass that offer cheaper alternatives at different levels of benefit. Like, even I have Game Pass Core right now just to play Xbox Live. They added a new tier below Game Pass Core that's called Game Pass Essentials, and basically just exists to be Xbox Live. And it's cheaper than what I'm currently paying, and that's all I want. So like, for at least what I use Game Pass for, which isn't actually the games, but just the online service for streaming and stuff, Game Pass got cheaper for me with this new overhaul. They just renamed. No, they added new tiers. It went from 3 tiers to 4. I think Essential is Core renamed, and they lowered the price by like $2 a month or something. But there's one in the middle. I don't remember which one. There's a new one in the middle. They did add a new tier. Seriously? Yeah, I feel like a lot of the Game Pass thing is like genuine, like sensationalism and rage bait. Because now that I actually know a lot of the details about it, it's not bad. They just overhauled it. Like, they did increase the price of Ultimate, but you just don't need Ultimate if you don't want all the new things. And if you're really stuck on having the new things, then I don't know. I don't know why you would need everything that's in Ultimate now, because some of the new Ultimate benefits are kind of weird. Premium, I think, is the new one, right? Because before it was just Core, PC, and Ultimate. Premium, I think, is the new one. Unless I'm mistaken and there was a middle tier on console as well. Yeah, Ultimate is day one games, plus a whole lot of other stuff that, like, again, there's a reason that the price jumped as much as it did. Because they added a lot of stuff that, quite frankly, I don't think needs to be in there. I think they're trying to appeal too broadly, because like Ultimate Game Pass also now includes like the Fortnite Battle Pass every single season, but not even just the Fortnite Battle Pass. It's like the super expensive version of the Battle Pass that also gives you a fuck ton of V-Bucks right off the bat. And like, I don't know what Game Pass Ultimate subscriber is really like, oh fuck yeah, Fortnite Ultimate Battle Pass every season. Like, I don't know why that's in there, but they added a bunch of random shit like that. And I don't know why. Like, that's kind of the thing that I'm more stuck on. Like, the price hike is crazy, but also the amount of new stuff that just got added to Game Pass is so ridiculous that, like, the price hike makes sense. Yeah, Ubisoft Plus is in there. EA's subscription is in there now, too. Like, the EA Play or whatever that was called, I don't remember. That subscription is now also included in Game Pass Ultimate. And I'm so confused on why they needed all of these things in one tier. When, like, genuinely, I feel like the Ultimate tier now has almost become like a novelty. Right? Where, like, it is so widespread. You get so much with Game Pass Ultimate that, like, how are you even going to play all that? It is almost where I'm getting to now. I'm like, is this new overhaul too bloated to even justify paying for? Because, like, you genuinely get more than that money value from this subscription. I can't deny that. If I went and ran the numbers, you're definitely paying way less than you would pay for everything separately prior to this update. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I can damn near guarantee you're saving at least $10 a month, if not more, compared to what it would have been to have all of that stuff prior. But, like, I don't know. I think it's genuinely too much to where having Game Pass Ultimate, you're paying a shit ton for all this content that you're not even going to be able to keep up with. Like, if you are trying to play all of it, you're just not going to be able to. It's so much. Oh, the premium within a year thing I did see. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot the day one stuff got moved over. I think that's shit. I do think that's shit. But I don't know. Everyone is just talking about the price hike without talking about how crazy the value actually is. I'm torn on it, basically. But I do think a lot of it is just people saying, like, oh my god, they raised the price. And I didn't even hear anything about the additions to the service until on my own time I went to look into it beyond just headlines and stuff. I didn't hear a peep about what they added. People are acting like it's the same exact thing but the price went up by 50%, which is not. It's the same thing, but like I don't want to say they've doubled it, but they kind of have with the other stuff like Ubisoft and EA and Fortnite and all of that new shit that they added in. And I'm forgetting a bunch of them too. Like there's more than that in there that they just added that I'm not able to remember. But even those 3, that's a lot of money if you had all of those 3 separately. That it would be more than $30 a month, right? Especially if you did have Game Pass Ultimate on top of those. But like, yeah, I don't know. Now it isn't, and the brand has been tarnished because of it. I feel like it might still be let me rephrase that. I think on paper, like if you literally just boiled it down to the math, I think it probably still is the greatest deal in gaming. I just think that now it has become so bloated that it's impractical as a deal. Like you get so much at a really great price considering the volume of content, but you're not gonna have the time to engage with all that content, right? Then what's the point? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it is so much. It is such an insane amount that you just won't be able to play it. Okay, actually, you're right. Steam is the greatest deal in gaming. No, you're right. Steam being free and doing the crazy sales that they do, like, non-stop. Steam is the greatest deal in gaming. That's actually true. You're not wrong. Just a scam to get you to pay for stuff you don't want along with the stuff you want. Yeah, like I think DS is talking about like the medium PlayStation tier too. I see no reason to pay for more than just the online service on console personally. Because like it seems great to get all these games through a subscription. But genuinely, just buy them. Like, if you just bought only the games that you want from that subscription service, you will save money in less than a year. Is like the thing with all of these subscription services that have all these games on them, the fucking Netflix of gaming wave. Just buy the games that you want and pay for the online at like the lowest tier, and you'll make out, you'll save money. I can't play COD if I don't have Ultimate. Yeah, I think COD would be included in the day one thing, where like you have to have Ultimate for the day one. Never mind games that might interest me. Yeah, I feel like paying for the subscription in general, I'm kind of like, eh. But again, I'm on Steam, mind you, so Steam sales sway me a lot in that sense, and I don't pay for online. So like I save a lot of money in terms of the subscription stuff and the games themselves, which is what I talk about with PC a lot too, is like compared to console, everyone is like, oh my god, it's so expensive to build a PC, but the sheer amount that you save by not paying for online and buying all your games at like 75% off really adds up way faster than you would think. Like genuinely, it's all about equaled out, to just be totally real. Or if you're using Game Pass Ultimate, I'm pretty sure I spend less than that, even with the juicer PC. I think I spend less than being on Xbox with Ultimate. Like over the course of the last 3 years, I think it would have been more expensive for me to buy the Series X even at $500 and pay for Game Pass than to build this PC and just buy games on sale on Steam. My one gripe with Steam is no physicals. Yeah, I like collecting physicals, but like I got over it fairly quickly, moving to PC, because no one does physical releases for PC anymore. And the PC market, with everything being digital now, is very nailed down. in the sense that when a digital vendor collapses, another digital vendor will come in to pick up those keys and move the users over to there at no extra cost, because they want those users in their ecosystem, right? Like it is beneficial to them to bring everyone over at no cost, because then you've moved someone's library into your ecosystem where at the industry standard rate, you get 30% of every purchase made on your storefront. That's incredibly valuable. So that's the reason that on PC, when storefronts do fall under, you'll see, like Epic Games did one only a couple years ago. I can't remember who it was that fell under. It was some smaller one. But Epic Games came in and was like, yeah, everything you own there, here are all of your codes we're sending you through this platform before it shuts down. Come redeem them on Epic Games, and we'll move all of those games over to our service for free. And the reason they do that is because then, if they get you to daily use the Epic Games Store, you start buying your games on there, and they make fucking crazy money long-term from moving you over, compared to if they tried to nickel and dime you for the games that you already owned, and no one would do that. So even like in the case of digital storefronts falling through, which often comes up in discussions like that, I'm really not worried about that. Just because like there is a very strong precedent for that on the PC market. Basically no one talks about it or knows about it because everyone just uses Steam anyway, and Steam is a fucking giant. But in terms of smaller vendors that have fallen through, other vendors, especially Epic, has done stuff like that to pick them up. GOG did one a few years ago too. I also can't remember who that was. But I remember GOG doing one of those like big shifts over as well. Not sure if it's the disc or just the code. I'm skeptical with the Yakuza one, with anything nowadays, but I have a strong feeling the Yakuza re-release for PC, like with the fancy case and everything, probably will just be digital codes. Because the reason that no one does physicals on PC anymore, it isn't like the reason that console is trying to move away from it to like cut on costs or anything. It's because everyone stopped getting disk drives on their PCs. Like, people building gaming PCs just stopped paying for disk drives because they didn't need to. Like, it's more cost efficient to not get one, so 99% of people who are building gaming PCs these days don't get one. Like, there was just a market shift on PC away from even having an optical drive. So publishers just stopped bothering publishing physical PC copies because they weren't selling anymore. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to restart my, like, from the save, I mean. I'm gonna run out of money if I don't get it here soon. Also started coming with Steam codes, yeah. Yeah, like that is a downside on PC, but I genuinely... Bro, could you imagine how hard all of the other digital vendors would fight if Steam fell under? Like, if Steam had to go out of business, shut everything down, can you imagine how hard companies like Epic Games would be fighting for the right to transfer everyone over from Steam? That's basically just like overnight, like genuine, massive fucking monopoly success coming into your lap, right? Near monopoly. Not entirely, but it might as well be. It's like just having that handed to you if you can secure that deal. And especially, you know, the main reason that people don't really use the Epic Games Store that much, for the most part, is because Steam exists. So if Steam is the one that goes under, Epic is so set up if they can transfer everyone over, especially. If Steam is going under, then something has gone horribly wrong with PC gaming. Yeah, that's the thing, too. Steam is such a titan that, like, the odds are so minuscule of that ever happening. It could happen. I take solace in the fact that it will never be the Microsoft store. No, there's no way. Bro, if False and I, to continue Gears, are going to have to buy Gears of War 4 on the Microsoft Game Store to play on PC. Like, if we don't want to play it on Xbox One, which, if she has to buy the game, because, like, I already own it digitally on Xbox, so I actually also own it digitally on Steam. Sorry, not on Steam, on Microsoft Game Store, I found out. Just because I already bought it digitally, they were like, yeah, you can play it on Xbox or PC. We don't give a shit. I can just install Gears 4 right now on PC, even though I bought it on Xbox. But she has to buy it. And I'm like, if you have to buy it and I already own it on PC, there's no way that I'm gonna ask you to buy it on Xbox. So soon enough, I'm gonna have to use the Microsoft Store again to play through Gears 4 with her, and I'm not looking forward to the experience of using the Microsoft Game Store. I've used it a handful of times over the year. And fuck, what a terrible digital storefront. The PC one, the Xbox one is fine, but the PC one, oh my god. What about Gears 5? Gears 5 is on Steam. Because Microsoft went through this small time period a few years ago. I say almost a decade ago now. Time flies. They went through this brief period where they started doing PC ports simultaneously for all of their first-party games, but only on the Microsoft storefront on PC. And then a few years after that, again, it was maybe like 3 or 4 years that they did that. And then after they started releasing things on Steam. So like Gears 5 is on Steam on PC. Gears 4, however, is not. It is on PC. It has a native PC port that is apparently pretty good, from what Hot Sauce told me. It's not on Steam. And yeah, False actually, like, way back for my birthday, gifted me Gears 5 just because she saw it on my wish list and it was, like, on sale for $5 before we were even playing the games together. She just knew that I loved Gears and hadn't played it yet, and it was on sale, so she gifted it to me for my birthday. And now we're only a couple games off of playing it in co-op. And I still haven't played it, because now I'm just waiting to play it with her for the first time, because I might as well. And even like Gears 4, I played that campaign once back when it came out. I think it was in 2016. So I don't really remember Gears 4's campaign. So basically both of those that we still have to go, I might as well be playing blind with her. I remember some things about Gears 4. I remember one incredibly funny Easter egg that there is no shot that I'm going to let us miss during our playthrough, because it is so unbelievably funny. It is probably my everyone knows, if you played Gears 4, don't say it, don't spoil her. There's one Easter egg, I think pretty early, like in the first or second act of the game, give or take, that I think is just my favorite Easter egg ever in Gears. It's so good. And I know that she'll like it. I know she'll find it funny. But I don't remember much else about Gears 4. I remember it having a really slow start. Like, I remember the first pretty much 2 acts of the game being like, I sleep. But I remember the latter half of the game being really fucking fun. We'll see. That's just the vague memory I have from about a decade ago. Shit. Chole doesn't appreciate false. I do. I'm just not publicly affectionate like that. She is. I'm not. So it looks weird from the outside. False, back me up here. I appreciate you plenty. Help me out here. It's my word and your word against theirs. Public affection. Yeah, I'm just not like that. I went from the slowest and most chill gamer to being pissed off if I don't see gameplay in the first 5 minutes when I start a new game. I don't know what you're talking about. God damn it.
Just turn around and there's this big figure just pounding me.
False, do you... I meant to message you about this morning. Do you have that little... your YouTube profile picture? The little colored ring around it, right? The little, like, pink ring that you have? Do you have that file?
Mono ultramatic chromoscopic silicobo volcanico conciosis.
That one hasn't played in a minute. That's a good one. Somewhere, probably. I just smacked it on in Photoshop. Yeah, I'm just asking because you already have the dimensions right. And I could mess with it, but I don't want to sit there, like, doing it over and over again, trying to get the ring to be just right. Because profile pictures at their source are a square, and then it, like, trims the edges out to be a circle, and I don't know the dimensions of that circle. And I can change the color of the ring. Like, if yours is pink, I can just edit the color. That's fine. That's easy. Even if the source file is pink, I can make it work. I was just wondering if you had that, and I forgot to ask you this morning. You gonna copy more from me? No, I just need it. Why? Don't worry about it, bitch. I'm working on something. That doesn't help my case either, does it? That I call her bitch. That probably doesn't help my case either. You also never told me why you messaged my wife. Look, I have a little side thing going on that you don't need to know about. A little business venture on the side that you need to not worry about right now. All in due time. I need this file. I need this one little thing from you. And I needed something from Light. That's it. Don't worry about it. This bowling. Now admitting to doing things behind her back. Look, man. It's a surprise. She can't know. I'm working on things, okay? She doesn't need to know yet. She'll know eventually. She just doesn't need to know now. Forget about it. But I need that file, though. But forget about it. See if I have it. Thank you. When you call me and berate me, my ass. Doesn't really affect how you're playing. No, it's like a little bit of timing in between each shot, but that's about it. It's not like the baseball where I have to be locked in. Oh, come on. Oh! Oh! 5-bagger. We're going again. Oh, no. I curved too much. Never mind. 6-pack. I don't like that. Please. Oh. Did she? Oh, I publicly simped for him on my stream. And he called me names on his. Me calling her bitch is because I called her bitch once. Like, the third time that we ever collabed for a stream, it just came out of me. Like, without thought, I called her a bitch. And she died laughing, and chat was in disbelief. Chat was like, I don't know if I can laugh or not. But she thought it was hilarious. So it was fine. And it just kind of stuck. I just kind of kept calling her bitch because it was funny after that. And it became like our bit. And I still do it. But now that we're dating and people know that we're dating, it looks a little weird, a little bit, when when I call her bitch on stream. It's not a kink. False is one of those girls. No, it was way before we dated that I started calling her a bitch. It was literally like when we had first met, and we knew each other for years before we ever started dating. Or even talking about the idea of it or anything. It was just a funny thing. Oh. I accidentally double tapped. You think I can still... Weirdly close. It's not a degradation thing. Don't listen to her. It's hot as fuck in my room, is it? Oh, it's because it's... Brother! Why is it 87 degrees and sunny out today? $87 degrees. Why has it been so hot? What's that in Celsius? I don't know. What the fuck is a Celsius? 30.5. Why? It's October, dog. What is happening? Why is it so hot? Beautiful day, my ass. We had like one day earlier in the week where it was like 50s Fahrenheit, and it was beautiful. It was so nice. And now we've just gone back to like high 80s and sunny every day. My face when the climate changes. Bro, it's not even climate change, it's just shit luck this year, man. I was talking about it with, I don't know if it was on stream or with False, but like the average for the first snowfall in Minnesota is like October 22nd. So in less than 3 weeks, we're supposed to be getting snow. Like it's supposed to get down into freezing temps, and there's going to be snow on the ground. Like that's our average, is about 3 weeks from now we will have snow on the ground. Yet here we are with like summer weather, like hot summer weather. And God knows, with the way that Minnesota weather is, it is genuinely just, it's gonna be like someone flipped a switch and it's gonna totally 180 in like 2 days. That's how it always goes here. Fucked up. I don't know why we get such extreme variety in our weather, but we do. Minnesota, yes, like Joe Biden. I can skip the victory lap. Oh, I fucked this one up. God damn it. Of all the pins, the middle one? The middle one. Tennessee weather is schizophrenic. Tennessee, the one time that I stopped in Tennessee while like driving between Minnesota and Florida, it was great. It was like 50s. Granted, I was only there at night. Like, I got into Nashville at like 9 p.m. and went out with a buddy to get food and everything. And then I left at like 7 a.m. to keep driving to Florida. So yeah, it was like mid 50s at nighttime when I was walking. But it was great. Oh, here we go. You can skip them. Crazy. I never knew. But I feel like the victory lap is kind of part of it, like the walk-off with the 5-bagger and everything. I feel like I don't want to skip it. But I guess if things get rough, it's a time saver. It was on good behavior, apparently. 6-pack. Oh, I'm not feeling great about that one. Oh, physics. 7-pack. Not feeling great about this one either. Just fucking curve it, bud. In a row. Just in a row. Didn't even have a number on it. Ooh. Just fucking curve it. In a row. It's just gonna say in a row now. God damn it. That's disappointing. That's a beauty shot right there. Let me tell ya. Oh, no! Are you fucking me? On my 10th one? I saw a pin bounce off of the standing pin. I saw it. Bullshit. Bullshit. You what? Fucking me. Are you? Is it in? I can't feel it. I just made at least one man in chat shudder. Savage. Words no man ever wants to hear. Someone in chat just got a chill down their spine hearing it. Do we need to get a strike every time? Yes. It needs to be a strike every time. Perfect 300-point game. Who has the PTSD? I swear, I triggered at least one person in chat with that. I'm learning. You just fucking curve it, regardless. Like, even if the angle is too shallow, you just go for it. The physics works out. 6-pack, boys. We're cooking. That's the beauty shot right there. That's it. Beauty. 8 in a row. It's a pretty good looking shot too. 9 in a row. Just fucking curve it. Oh, oh, oh! Okay. Damn it. That was unlucky. I don't know what happened. Y'all couldn't feel it or something. I'm yelling. Did you feel it this time? I didn't. Strike. Double. Just fucking curve it. Bullshit. Can't feel it because it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. That's crazy. Have I ever mentioned that because I played Borderlands so much when I was a kid, specifically Borderlands 1, hot dog, when I think of like that phrase, or I guess that euphemism, whatever, I don't think of hot dog down a hallway. I think of Scooter from Borderlands saying hot dog down a skag den. In reference to the one guy busting up his mama's girl parts. Yes, this is real dialogue in Borderlands. Of course it is. Catch a rat! I love Scooter so much. I didn't need the lore. That's just what he's talking about when he says it. He says something about this guy busting up his mama's girl parts, and then he goes, hot dog down a skag den, you know what I'm saying? Fuck me. We're getting places, though. The fact that we're getting up to 9 in a row, because we need 12 in a row to get the perfect score. 9 in a row is pretty good. I'm just saying, 9 in a row, solid. Are we gonna talk about Scooter's mom though? I mean, we probably should be. That was before they even made it like a legit thing that that Mad Moxie was Scooter's mom. Which to my knowledge has still never been retconned and is maybe one of the most ridiculous pieces of Borderlands lore. Because like, she looks younger than he does. Granted, she's got a full face of clown makeup. Hard to say what she really looks like, but... Even a 747 looks small in the Grand Canyon. That's crazy. I don't know about this one, boys. Oh my god, the physics could have saved it. I just got unlucky. Having the accent, she keeps it hidden. Yeah, her being Scooter's mom. Bro, and what's his sister's name? In 2, Ellie? Is her name Ellie? God, it's been a minute. How did that come out of that? I'm just saying. That had to have hurt, like a lot. Ellie's a whole lot of woman. God damn it. False, don't look up Ellie. Don't spoil it for yourself. Before you do, there's a solid chance that she hears me say that and looks her up. Don't spoil it. It's one of the funniest things in Borderlands 2. Don't spoil yourself, please. Favorite Borderlands and or DLC? Favorite Borderlands is 2. Favorite DLC is Secret Armory of General Knox. I think it's called Secret Armory? General Knox. It is my favorite DLC in the series. What went wrong that Mad Moxie birthed Scooter and Ellie? How? Borderlands 4 is the best one. I've genuinely been hearing a lot of that from the people who did check it out, which has me excited because someday I'm going to, like, once it's on sale or something, go back to it. And dude, especially if I do get it on sale, because like even Borderlands 3 goes on like 75% off sales all the time. So knowing that like if I just wait a year or so, it will probably be like half off. If people are saying it's their favorite one at like $70, imagine how much I'm gonna love it being the fan that I am at $30. I'm just saying. Plus, with all the performance issues and stuff happening right now, I'm not gonna have to deal with that when I eventually get around to it. It worked out. I really did feel a little sad about needing to skip it because I was so busy with literally everything else. But honestly, like, just giving them time to work all that stuff out and then getting it for cheaper down the line, I'm not even worried anymore. Like, long term, it will all work out great. Is this for the completion list? Yeah. You gotta get a perfect 300. Beautiful. Speaking of Doria, me and False played Tekken 1 on rollback again last night. And she was just scrolling and picking random characters. And she played Kazuya like maybe 3 times. And you know what this bitch says to me about Kazuya Mishima? She rolls him on like the 3rd time she gets him and she says, I don't want to play Kazuya. This guy sucks. The fuck did you just say to me? I was just seriously like, what? What did you just say? No one. No one. I hate him. She's not wrong. You guys are crazy. Divorce. Bro, I seriously was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? I think even in the moment, I was like, huh? What's making these games run so terribly? They're just not optimizing them, simply. Have you unlocked Devil Kazuya? No, I'm working on unlocking the characters so that she can play them as well. I did clear the game once as Kazuya, so we got Lee unlocked. I don't know, False, you liked Lee, right? When you played with him a bit? It seemed like you... It seemed like you liked him. Beat your butt with him, too. I could definitely... If False ends up really liking Lee Chaolan, I can live with that. I can 100% live with that. That's a very, like... At first, he seems like a really spammy character. Especially in, like, low-level Tekken. But Lee is a pretty honest, fairly skill-heavy character. I like Law more, though. Yeah. Law's more button mashy. He's a little more like press buttons, things happen than Lee is. Moving away from baked lighting, that's also part of it, but it's mostly like, if you look at a ton of games from the late 2010s that were moving away from baked lighting, they were doing it great. It's just that they're not really putting in the effort to optimize, because you get things like Unreal Engine just having Lumen, and they're just like, oh yeah, fuck it, throw Lumen in, don't mess with it. Just Lumen looks nice. Doesn't run great, but who the fuck cares? They just go with like the pre-configured stuff, and they don't really tweak it the way that they should. And Nanite, oh my god. Seriously, whenever I hear that they're gonna use Nanite, I let out a sigh every time when I hear a game talking about its implementation of Nanite. Because every time it really is like, oh, here we go again. Here we go. Nanite is even worse than Lumen right now. Nah, don't say button mashy. It's called stay the fuck away. But yeah, the funny thing is that most Tekken 1 characters you unlock just by clearing the arcade mode with a certain base roster character. That's how you get like 8 of the 10 characters in Tekken 1 that aren't there when you first boot up the game. Because genuinely, there are 8 characters out of the box in Tekken 1, but the total roster is 18. More than half of the characters in Tekken 1 are unlockable secret characters. You get 1 for completing the arcade mode with each base roster character, and then there are 2 special ones. To get Heihachi, you have to do the entire arcade mode in like under, I think it's like 7 minutes without being defeated once. Like you can't use a continue. So you have to do it quickly and not be defeated to get Heihachi. Which works out because he's the boss character in that game. Like, he is the final boss of the arcade ladder. So he's a big reward at the end. And then the other one is you can unlock Devil Kazuya in Tekken 1. But to get him, you have to get a perfect score in the Galaga minigame that plays when you first boot up Tekken 1.
I got so excited, I shot a load, my bad.
Oh no. She sent me a Tekken clip and said, show them this one. No, what is this? I'll play it blind because she just said to show it. I was player 1 every time. You aren't ready.
Round 1.
Oh God. Famous last words. Oh God, I wasn't ready. She was figuring out law. I was not fucking with it. Ooh. Aw, damn it.
You weren't ready. Law keeps people away from him.
I brought my formal wear. My formal wear. Okay. Bro, what? I got perfected by Law. It was doing keep away kicks every time I went at her. Because you know what I have no idea about in T1? Like, zero clue about? Frame data. I don't know what's going on in that game. I have no clue what is safe and what's not. Because everything is different. I've seen enough send her to Evo. She could probably do it. Can we get Tekken 1 at Evo? We have it on rollback now. Can we get Tekken 1 Evo, chat? Can we make it happen? Like you should, no frame data. You say that, but frame data being easily accessible has its negatives in a casual sense, but competitively is a godsend. We got MVC2 at Evo again. That's true. Trying to dash me and I kick you away. Oh my God, yeah, she was throwing mid kicks while I was crouch dashing at her trying to electric. Cause dude, Kazuya in Tekken 1 is so cracked. It's crazy. Well, electric isn't a thing. There's no frame perfect electric. But he can wind God Fist. Just the basic one. And then he can combo it into a second one if you can get the execution, which in Tekken 1 it's kind of finicky, but it's not that hard. And if you hit 2 electrics and like you hit the first one, juggle the second one, I shit you not, it is 50% health. Just the 2 electrics and that's it. That's the whole combo. It's 50% in T1. Fuck me. It's crazy how good the electric is. Or sorry, the Wind God Fist in Tekken 1. Tekken 3 would be, if they went back for a classic Tekken, it would either be 3 or, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the old school Tekken community primarily plays tag. Like the classic Tekken community mainly plays tag. Because it's Tekken 3, but it looks better, it plays better, it got a little extra balancing, and it has more characters. So they primarily play Tekken tag, like the old school competitive community. That's their go-to. But they might go for Tekken 3 at something like Evo just for like the mainstream appeal of it compared to tag. It's on PS3 as well. True, it did get a PS3 release. I forget about that. Oh. Kazuya looks like Star Platinum in his devil form in Tekken 1. Yeah, Devil was just an Easter egg in Tekken 1. It wasn't like a, what's it, solidified story thing until Tekken 2. Which is also why it's unlockable by getting a perfect score on Galaga. It's like the ultra secret character. And at the time, it was just like a funny little like Kazuya reskin super secret unlock. It wasn't until Tekken 2 that it became like a legit lore thing. Which is funny, because now everyone, you think of Kazuya Mishima, and like his whole thing is being half devil. Right? Like that's kind of his shtick. But in Tekken 1, he was just a martial artist, and there was a secret reskin of him in the game. And he also really liked sneakers in Tekken 1. That was, he loved sneakers. He had Nikes. His casual costume in Tekken 1, he's wearing Nikes. Like, not even, legally distinct. They just have the swoosh on them. Doesn't he have a giant collection in 8? Yeah, it was a reference to Tekken 1. Oh, pray, chat, pray. Oh, physics, bitch. 5-bagger. Oh, come on. No. Kazuya being a sneakerhead is still so funny to me. It was hilarious in Tekken 8. Like, when I, on stream, cleared it, I hadn't seen his cutscene yet for arcade mode. It was so funny. Because it's such an obscure reference, too. Like, literally, since Tekken 1, that had never really been brought back up. Him being a sneakerhead. And in Tekken 1, even, it's literally just his casual costume has Nikes. And in the manual, every character from the base roster had like a little, you know, like and dislike sort of thing. Like, likes this, dislikes that. And Kazuya's likes was sneakers. So it's such an obscure reference that luckily when I saw it in Tekken 8, I just got it. I knew the sneakers reference. And it killed me when we were streaming Tekken 8 when it first came out. I love Kazuya. He is my favorite fighting game character. I love all the Mishimas. Like, if I were to choose my top 3 favorite fighting game characters ever, it legitimately would just be Kazuya, Heihachi, and Jin. Just all 3 of them are incredible. Like, I don't know how you couldn't like them. I think he sucks. I'm not even talking just from a gameplay standpoint, like from a character standpoint. I love them. I love that Kazuya and Heihachi are both just like comedically evil. And then Jin actually has a lot of interesting story stuff. Like he's like a genuinely well-written protagonist. But Kazuya and Heihachi are just like the most fun, comically evil villains ever. It's impossible not to smile at them. Better not crease the Jordans when throwing people in volcanoes. He wouldn't. Soul Calibur has a stacked roster, but like the Mishima family. And even the new Mishima, Reina, we still don't really have much with her. But as far as a Tekken newcomer, I feel like Reina is genuinely like the best Tekken newcomer since some of the guys who came in with like Tekken 5. Or maybe, I guess, Tekken 6 had Bob. But like Reina is such a great addition to the Tekken cast. At least even just from her first appearance. Going forward, I'm sure she'll just become better. I've seen some pros dominating with Reina, still haven't tried her. Yeah, as the game has gone on, Reina has fallen down quite a bit. Not even because she's been nerfed or anything. It's just because people have figured out how to play against Reina. She's kind of gone down the power ranking as time has gone on. But playing Reina is a ton of fun. Like, so much fun. She has that total, like, Heihachi Pitbull playstyle going on that I love. That Mishima style that's also just mixed with, like, the game plan of apply constant pressure and never let up on them. That's such a fun character archetype for me. I love it. Kazuya is my favorite because he's like pure Mishima. Just fundamental core Mishima with no extra bullshit. He is legit just, you have like the most fundamental Tekken shit and you make it work, or you just get run through by every other character in the game. And it makes him so specifically rewarding to play compared to everyone else. Rip Soul Calibur. It's been so long since the last one. Was it 6? Was 6 the last one? Lucky Chloe was the worst one. I don't know. I think Lucky Chloe is kind of funny. Like, gameplay-wise, she was annoying. But as a troll character, she's pretty funny. 2018, I think. God, it's been a minute. I mean, Virtua Fighter is coming back, so give it time. If RGG does really cook with Virtua Fighter 6, which they might. Oh, fuck off. Soul Calibur could have a comeback. I feel like it kind of weirdly does depend on Virtua Fighter. Because, like, Tekken performed super well. Tekken 8 sold really, really well. It has a great reputation in the FGC right now. Well, it used to have a better reputation pre-season 2, but still very positive outlook from the FGC on Tekken 8 right now. Sold great. But I don't think that alone, because Tekken was always the big 3D fighter, right? It just always has been. Like, from a sales standpoint, Tekken has always been the one that's very popular among casual crowds. But if Virtua Fighter can have a strong comeback as well, that might be like the signal that a Soul Calibur 7 would need to really get going. Like, that might just be the push of like, okay, 3D fighters pretty in right now. It's a good time for Soul Calibur. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. But I feel like weirdly Virtua Fighter might be more of a factor in that than you would think. Ooh. That's a terrible shot. Come on. Work with me. The best thing about this bowling is that even if I get it wrong, the physics can just throw me a bone. Or they could do that if I get it right. They can also do that, to be fair. Give nothing new. Yeah, I think that VF6 is just still very far out. And I think they're trying to do marketing with it. But I don't know, man. We need less juggle time, and T8 combos are long. Yeah, but like combos have been long in Tekken since 6. Like as long as they currently are. People are complaining about it a little more now because heat makes it feel longer, like heat bursting for an extension adds a little bit. But like combos have been that long in Tekken for a while. For something that isn't ready to be shown yet, it is. I think they just made that announcement and started going heavy on the marketing too soon with VF6. And now they're trying to like not let it die out, but they don't really have a lot to work with, is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Kiryu and VF could absolutely happen. I was so hoping to get a Yakuza crossover for Tekken 8. It could still happen. But I would be lying if I said that I'm not a little disappointed in the newcomer that they announced. Literally just because I had such high hopes for a Kiryu crossover in T8 or a Majima. I was saying too, like if they don't want Kiryu in it because he doesn't hit women or whatever bullshit they said, which is also not true, like he doesn't kill people, but whatever. Even if that's the case, like Majima could still be in there. Like they have options. They have options. Majima literally just had a whole game, so like he's very primed for it. Did you see what he did to Haruka? He slapped the shit out of Haruka. I saw it. Kiryu doesn't hit women unless it's a child. Then it's fair game. Oh, come on, man. Fuck me. God damn it. Should have Tiger dropped her. Tiger drop in Tekken would be the most busted shit imaginable. Bro, even if they make it a just frame, do you know the Tekken 8 community loves to bitch and moan about everything in the game. So can you imagine if they, even if it was a perfect just frame counterattack, if they put Tiger Drop into Tekken 8, oh my god, there would be so much uproar. People would flip the fuck out. It would be so wild, dude. So a normal, no, way worse. Like I complain about the Tekken 8 community a lot, and I take jabs at them a lot because genuinely it's so, ugh. Like, yeah, every gaming community complains a lot. It's normal. But like, it actively pushes me away from engaging in community discussion about Tekken 8. Because literally, like, everyone, and it varies depending on like what character they play. But the amount of like bitching and moaning about everything that their character doesn't have that another character might, and then downplaying everything that their character has, and it is crazy. Because even like, it's normal for fighting games to have some of that too. You'll see it anywhere. Like, go play Street Fighter. Actually, you won't really see it in Marvel. I was gonna say Marvel, but you won't see it there because everyone understands what Marvel is. Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, like, you go to any other modern, like, currently popular fighting game, Guilty Gear, whatever, you'll see some of that. But Tekken 8 has like 3 times as much as what is normal in terms of that shit. It's so painfully, like, it makes me not want to engage with the community despite how much I love the game. They actually lower my hype every time I engage. I agree. Like, genuinely, it's not fun to engage with the Tekken 8 community because they are like that. Like, anything that any other character in this, like, 38 character roster or whatever it is now, anything that anyone else has that's good is totally broken and ruins the game. Anything that my character has that's good isn't actually that good. It's actually, like, really bad because you have to do all this to get it. It's so painful. I hate it. It's so awful. And even, like, the really dedicated players just complain about, like, everything base systems-wise with Tekken 8. Like, a few months into the game, everyone was saying that the heat system needed to be removed. And it was like, what? The heat system is great. It needed a little adjusting, but people were calling for them to, like, straight up take heat out of the game. Just check the reviews on Steam. Great community. Bro, it's painful. And, like, those are the Steam reviews. If you really want to see the most miserable Tekken players alive, go to, like, Twitter or Reddit. One or the other. And find the Tekken community. Holy fuck. Miserable. Miserable. Heat is good because you have options. Yeah, do you remember when people were calling for it to be removed, though? When that was, like, the big community discussion of the month? When everyone was like, heat needs to go. Like, we need it out of the game. Straight up, just remove it. And it was like, what? The heat system is great. Like, because again, it needed some tuning at the time. But now it did get that tuning, and it's like, yeah, it gives you some really powerful stuff, but you get it once around, and you have to choose which of those tools you're going to use the one time that you get it. Yes, this is emulated. What are you talking about? Tekken 8. Fuck. Oh yeah, people complained about gray health a lot, too. Now that you bring that up, I remember people saying that gray health needed to go or needed to be nerfed or whatever. Nicest communities? I say this all the time, and it sounds like I'm biased, but I'm so serious when I say that the reason that I'm so biased towards this game to this day is because of what this community was like 10 years ago. The single greatest gaming community I've ever engaged with was the Call of Duty Zombies community prior to Black Ops 4 coming out. And that's the important part. It got really shit after BO4 came out and has still not recovered to this day. But back, like, BO2, BO3, the COD Zombies community was the greatest community I've ever seen in gaming. Like, genuinely, great discussion about the game, positively and negatively, like constructive, good discussion about the game, good memes, like all the creators got along, the developers made an extensive effort to engage with the community and the creators within it. Like, I tell this story a lot too. Treyarch, when they announced Zombies Chronicles, which, if you don't know about it, was a total miracle DLC. Every Call of Duty game has 4 DLCs throughout the year. Ever since they started doing DLC, it's 4 a year. Every year. Black Ops 3 had its 4. Infinite Warfare came out. Infinite Warfare got about halfway into its year. And after Infinite Warfare's DLC 2, out of nowhere, they announced DLC 5 for Black Ops 3. And this DLC had 0 multiplayer content, 0 story content, whatever. It was a pack of 8 zombies maps for $30. And the way that they announced this DLC, beyond it just being a miracle, the way that they announced it was there was this small zombies creator in the space at the time, less than 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, didn't live stream, only did videos, less than 10,000 subs. They sent the director and the lead writer of Black Ops 3 Zombies to this guy's college dorm room. He was doing it while he was in college, and had him do like a normal live stream. And then the literal director and lead writer of the game came into his room with like all this merch and shit, and they announced the DLC on his stream just because developers at the studio had found this guy's channel, this small YouTuber's channel, and they felt that he deserved so much more than what he had community-wise that they made the decision to announce the new like Miracle DLC through his YouTube channel to drive traffic to him from the community. And it worked. Like, after that, he was one of the biggest creators in the space. But like, there used to be just that sort of connection even between the developers. Sorry, voice crack. My voice today it's feeling it. Just between the developers and the community. Like, it used to be so weirdly close for a franchise as big as Call of Duty. I have never seen a game developer engage with the community to the level that the COD Zombies team did at like arguably one of the peaks of the franchise, like Black Ops 3, which I think actually to this day is the best-selling Call of Duty game still. That's such a one-off story. That's kind of how it should be. It's an amazing, like, it's great. And that guy's still, like, he's gone from Zombies now. I'm mutuals with him. He just variety streams now. Like, he moved on from Zombies after Black Ops 4 because the community got so bad. A lot of the guys who were around then did. That's why I left. I left a little later. I stuck around thinking it would get better. It didn't. But like, he still has a career in content creation. He does it full time to this day, and it literally launched just because of that. Just because developers at the studio of this guy's favorite game found his content and felt like he deserved more success, so they decided to throw him this insane bone, which can't have been easy to get approved from like the marketing team at Activision and everything. It cannot have been easy for them to get the approval to announce the game that way, or sorry, the DLC that way, rather than doing like a big showcase or a fancy trailer or something like that. I can't imagine how many hoops the team had to jump through to get that approved, because there's no way that Activision was just like, oh yeah, sure. There's no way. That has to have been a bitch. But like, the community was great. One of the first ever, like, when content houses were first kind of becoming a thing, like at the time, there was like the Phase House. That was one of the first ever ones. And right around that same time, there was a bunch of Zombies guys who did a house in LA called Z House. And they built such a brand off of Z House that they let die because they focused too much on the game and everyone kind of fell off of the project. Like moved out of the house and everything. But sometimes they come together on like podcasts to this day and talk about like, we should not have let that go, because that didn't even need to have anything to do with Call of Duty. Because they got to the point where their group videos for this like house built off of the Zombies community originally, they were going and just doing like IRL content around LA and getting like 10 million views a video. Except one of them. Yeah, so there were 5 of them in the house. And the 2 biggest guys in the house, the only 2 of them that prior to even starting the house had 1 million subs, those 2 were the ones who got to the point where they were like, I don't know. I don't really want to do this anymore. And because they lost the 2 biggest guys, the smaller 3 couldn't really do it. And one of those smaller 3 I'm also mutuals with. Valentine said the nostalgia, so he probably knows. Chucky, the smallest guy in the house, was also just not really even doing content anymore outside of the group stuff. He was transitioning into doing like back-end business stuff on YouTube. And nowadays, he is the thumbnail guy for Mr. Beast. Like he just went into like background business YouTube stuff. And so he was kind of falling out of it then, because he was starting to transition to that around the time. And like it all just kind of fell apart for them, but they come together on podcasts all the time now and are just like, we really should not have let this go. This, like, all of them talk about it as being their one huge regret, 'cause they were like, we had like this new novel thing. We weren't the original, but we were like in the first 3 content houses ever, built this crazy brand off of it, and just couldn't see when we were in it how big it was. Because also for like literally all 5 of them, that was the peak of their creation career. Like they never have hit those numbers since, any of them. So they're just like, damn. And it's genuinely depressing when they do those appearances together. It's always just like, damn. Because I have to listen to it. And every time I get some new detail that I didn't hear before. And being a full-time creator now, like, I feel for them. Just looking back and being like, man, I had it. Like, I literally had my insanely successful career right in front of me. But I just couldn't see what I had, and I thought I could do more. And I let it go. And I'm just like, fuck. That would be the most painful thing to look back on. Oh my god. I keep getting screwed on like the first 2. Whenever I get past the first 2 or 3, I go all the way up to like 9. But those first 2 keep fucking me. I didn't think bowling would be a full stream. Looking at the wiki page for zombies, I'm pissed we didn't get the Raven zombie game. Yeah. We don't really know a ton about that one. But I need to reset again. I'm out of money. I'm also pissed we never got that. But when was the Raven Zombies game again? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it was after Zombies had already kind of peaked. Because Zombies' peak was like BO3 going into BO4. And then BO4 came out in a really bad state, zombies-wise. Like, every map was super buggy. They tried to eliminate a lot of the classic perks from the sandbox. One of those being Jug in BO4. And along with that, they didn't raise the health to begin with to compensate for Jug not being in the game. So at the launch of the game, you had a lot of really unbalanced stuff, especially enemies, like special enemies. I remember the Hellhounds on the couple maps that they were on at launch being so incredibly busted because they were so fucking fast. And on top of their speed, you died in like, I think it was 3 hits from any enemy, and you died. And Jug wasn't a thing. There was no way to increase your health. It would have been around BO2? Really? That makes sense then. Because at that time, Zombies was getting pretty popular, but it wasn't Like, unless they had something crazy on their hands once the game got going in development and stuff, it wasn't big enough to where even I would have been confident selling a full zombies game. Again, unless it was like after the game was put together, it was like really exceptional. Got any attention until after MWR? No. I mean, understandably so within the COD space, because they were always just an assisting studio up until MWR. That was their first, like, big project, yeah, in the COD sphere. They were always in the background for a long time. Like, I know MW3, they did a lot of the work on MW3. Original MW3, that is. Nowadays, they've just been relegated to the Warzone studio. But way back, they, what's it? They were always just assisting on stuff. I know they worked on Advanced Warfare somewhat. I don't remember what that was, though. Did they make Exo Zombies? Wait. Chat, who's got the wiki up still? Did they make Exo Zombies, Raven? Am I remembering that right? I think they did. I think Exo Zombies was them. Or maybe it was... It could have been the survival mode for Advanced Warfare 2, maybe? They could have done that. Potentially. I don't know. Looking back on old COD and like DLCs and stuff though, as much as that was golden era, I do have to say, and I told this to False a bit ago, and she was like, thank God. The shift to all DLC being free in Call of Duty was a godsend. That was like the best decision ever. And that was part of like the Warzone era. That was Modern Warfare 2019 that they made that change. And they were like, yeah, no more season pass, no more paid DLC. You buy the game, and as we add stuff, it's all free. With the content shop, but the DLC is free. Was it? Yeah, it was. MW19 was the first one to do it. It was right before Warzone came out, when the base game that Warzone was built off of came out. Oh, you're saying, was it a great decision? I think so. American Dad is running around instead. Yeah, the skins have gotten out of hand now. And this is maybe my COD shill a little bit. But, like, it took us, like, 6 years to get to the point where they were properly out of hand. Like, genuinely out of hand. And even now that we got here, everyone voiced how much they hated it. And they're dialing it back. They're like, yep, we hear you. Not going to carry skins to BO6. Even though we said we would. We're canceling that. We're going to tone back the skin craziness in BO7. We're gonna calm it down, and thank God they did, because genuinely, like, BO7, especially with me playing the beta a bit and not loving the multiplayer so much from what I've played so far, which granted is only like an hour, but you know, that would have kept me away from the multiplayer even more so, because that was about when I stopped enjoying BO6. I don't think it was entirely because of that, but I think certainly a factor in me kind of being done with BO6 MP was like Beavis and Butthead and American Dad and all that shit running around in multiplayer kind of put me off. Because, I mean, we already had like Ninja Turtles and shit like that, which was kind of getting crazy. But once we had literal cartoon characters running around, I was like, okay. Because at least the Ninja Turtles, as ridiculous as them being there was, they weren't like literally cartoon characters. They were adjusted to still look kind of Call of Duty-esque, Like, they had original designs for Call of Duty that Treyarch helped make. They fit better than, like, literally just putting Beavis in and letting him run around as a cartoon character. Like, cel-shaded and all. It's like, okay, what are we doing? Yeah, oh my god, was that MW3, the Attack on Titan one? I forgot about this. Oh, it was Vanguard. Yeah, that was, and that one even, I forget this happened. And I think genuinely the reason I forget is because they at least tried to make them fit the COD aesthetic somewhat. They didn't literally just plop cartoon characters in, anime characters in. I was back in Vanguard. Holy shit, that was a long time ago already. Please show the Armored Titan. The Armored Titan is the bad looking one for sure. I did pull it up. But the other characters look fine from the collab. This guy looks terrible. The Armored Titan skin. And I think I had already kind of quit Vanguard at this point, because I don't really remember this. The other skin also looks bad, but it doesn't look bad in the sense that this does. It looks bad because they tried to do Attack on Titan, but like keep it Call of Duty, and it just didn't really land. At the very least, this is like, they fucked up by trying to make it look like Call of Duty. Whereas now the fuck up is, you know, not trying at all. That's not Levi, that's Larry. What's your progress on bowling? We've gotten up to 9 strikes in a row. We need 12. I've gotten 9s. A couple times. It wasn't just a one-off. That should be a good shot. I was on a good streak, but I've just been getting very unlucky with the physics for like a bit now. Like frustratingly unlucky with the physics. Like that. Bowling completion requirements. Perfect 12 strikes. Just got distracted. It's not even distracted. It's not a matter of focus with this game. It is, but only for like the timing on those things, and the timing has been good. It's been consistent with the strategy. It's just the physics have been fucked. That shot is bad. But we get lucky, and it works out. This shot is good, and we get a good physics. Most of the time we get good physics on a good shot. That's another good shot. One pin stays up. It just happens sometimes. And I've been on a bad streak of it happening a lot.
Get the...
Okay. But yeah, that's it. Just 10 frames, perfect 12 strikes in a row, and we're done with bowling. I didn't think it would take a full stream. It definitely won't take 2. Like, even if I don't get it in the next 20 minutes, it won't take another 3 hours. Okay. Chole at a time like this, and I get screwed like that. I bet it takes 3, he says. I actually need to refill my water, chat. I'm totally out of water. This one, and then I'll refill. beauty. I wanted to say beautiful, but my Minnesotan came out. I tried to say beauty at the last second. Oh, that's a little sketchy. Yeah, that was a bad shot. Okay, hold on. I need to refill my water. I will be right back. Feel free to get up, get a drink, snack, bathroom break, whatever while I'm up. When I'm back, more bowling. I'll pause the Chole wig. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. I'm ready. I got water. Why is the screen always winter themed? Because I live where it is perpetually winter. It's fucking cold here, except for this week. I don't know why. Isn't it 80 today? Yeah, today is weird. And that's why I'm bitching about it, is because it's not normally like this. It's not supposed to be like this. Oops, not 3. Shit. Ignoring my bet offer. I'm not playing Project Wingman. At least until I'm done with Ace Combat. Ooh. I'm not feeling great about that. But we get lucky. It just happens. Physics. Okay. He still hasn't played it. It's because Silk Song wasn't supposed to come out this year. But it did. Yeah, but my schedule's too busy. I cannot fit it in. And I've even just trimmed the fat off the schedule a bit, and I still can't afford to fit it in. It's fucked up. Come on. Okay. What is happening? The consistent terrible luck is crazy. That might be too much power. Yeah. It is fucked up that it's so hot in October, man. It's not supposed to be like this. I'm gonna have to turn on the AC in October. Okay. Get used to it. Well, I mean, if I'm living in the South, I'm just not gonna turn the AC off because I know better. But like up here, like we turned the AC off because it started to get cold and now randomly it just got hot. You think you'll be able to get to Kiwami 3 in the review series by the time it's released? No. No, I would like to, but I think that's a crazy pipe dream, realistically. Because, yeah, I've still got, like, 12 games to go or something. That's terrible. It works somehow. Don't ask me how. Am I discovering a new strategy, though? Too much curve. Oh, I knew it. A dozen games in 4 months. I mean, if it was just a matter of playing them, I could. But then, like, the Yakuza games take a good few days of just doing nothing but playing them. That's one thing. But they take, like, 2 weeks to get the video put together for after the fact. Like, once I am done just with my playthrough. They're much bigger projects. And I have RE on top of it. I'm still doing those too. Ooh. And RE is already taking priority because of RE9. Because RE I can definitely realistically finish even while still doing Yakuza by the time RE9 comes out. And that series is much more popular, so it's just taking priority. So, realistically, there's no way. A Yakuza video takes like 2 to 3 weeks to make. So I think even if I didn't have RE9, it would really be cutting it close. Like, even if I was just doing Yakuza right now, even then it would be questionable. Like a probably not, but maybe. $15 of bowling. Come on. Oh. I tried multiple times to turn him away from the franchise. I think this is my favorite series I've covered. Not favorite. And Ari, I don't count. I think this is my second favorite series that I've done a review series for. Could go up to my favorite with the latter half. We'll see. Oh. But like, what's that? Like Yakuza 5, banger. Absolute banger. Kurohyo, banger. Kiwami was fun. Kiwami weirdly feels like a side game though by this point. Just in terms of like its scale and everything. It felt, well, it was a much smaller game. Oh my god, again? The middle one? Every other pin fucking circles around it, doesn't hit it. Thank you, Yakuza 2. Kiwami was fun. It's not a great remake of Yakuza 1, but it's a fun game in its own right. Like, I would never recommend that someone plays Kiwami as their Yakuza 1 experience. I just wouldn't. It's nothing like Yakuza 1, realistically. But it's a fun Yakuza game. So it's kind of weird. I have very mixed feelings on Kiwami. And, like, Majima Everywhere, I think, was handled pretty poorly, but, like, the interactions between Kiryu and Majima in it are gold. And Dragon Style is ridiculously overpowered once you get all the upgrades on it. Just that whole game, I'm like, I am so torn on it. That was what I was going to do. Do not PS2 all the way. At least, like, I think Kiwami is really fun. Again, as like a side game, if you've played Yakuza 1. But like it is a terrible substitute for Yakuza 1, if that makes sense. Like, if you want to play Yakuza 1 and get that experience, Kiwami will not give you that experience. Just flat out, it won't. It will give you the story, like the cutscenes are there, but you won't get Yakuza 1. You know what I mean? It's a totally different experience. Oh! I almost got a strike on that. Yakuza 0 I really enjoyed, but it's not my favorite. And I don't even know if it's in my top 3. I don't think it is. Then this, like, it, I think a lot of the Yakuza 0 hype is really coming from it being people's entry point. And I don't want to say that's all of it, because it is great. It's in the upper half somewhere. It's maybe in my top 5. But it is probably like my number 5, if it is in my top 5. And I'm only like halfway through. I don't know if the later games will bump it back even further. And I think a lot of that is also probably going to be true of Yakuza 7. Because that was another like big entry point game for a ton of new fans nowadays. I will not be surprised at all if that game leaves me pretty underwhelmed compared to what I've heard about it. Because I think that one also gets a lot of love because it's a lot of people's entry point. Which is just natural with any game series. Like, your first is always going to be special with any series that you end up falling in love with, but I definitely felt that with Zero. Like, Zero was really good. It was really fun, but it was not Kudokyo. It was not Yakuza 5. For me, at least. It wasn't Kenzan. It wasn't Ishin. I don't know. Ishin is probably like right there with it. I probably have Ishin. Because Zero, like, I talked about this in my Yakuza 0 video too, because I thought it was funny. I've never really heard this. Zero is Ishin. Like, so much of Zero is Ishin. In the way that, like, a lot of people think of Kiwami as just being Yakuza 0, I felt a ton of that playing Zero right after playing OG Ishin. Like, so much of the core of Yakuza 0 is just what I had played right before it. Can't decide if I like 8 even more. I have heard almost universally that people like 8 more than 7. That much I've also heard. Like, 8 is generally seen as just 7, but way better. From what I've encountered of the fandom, at least. I had never heard that until you brought it up. Yeah, I think it's just because, like, the Japanese fandom probably talks about it. Like the way that we talk about, like, Zero to Kiwami, right? But, what's it? Because OG Ishin is not accessible to the Western fandom, I think that it just is generally, like, not even known. That so much of Zero's core gameplay and even a lot of its open world systems are just pulled straight from Ishin. Like, the completion point system is just Ishin's, it was called the diligence system in that game. But it's literally just pulled from Ishin. They just renamed it. Like, it even functions the exact same with you going to the shrine to redeem it. That's pulled straight from Ishin. You went to the shrine to redeem your points in Ishin. And, like, in the Western fandom, prior to Ishin Kiwami, because I would assume the diligence system is still there at least. But then again, like, the Western fandom doesn't know what's new in Kiwami and what's not. Yeah, the diligence system is the completion point system. Is gone? I mean, I don't feel like that, though. To be honest. I thought Zero's open world was great. I think the best part of Zero is its open world. But I think Zero's combat was really wonky. It had a lot of fun factor, but I don't think Zero's combat is as good as Ishin's combat, Yakuza 5's combat. I really don't know if it's as good as it's not as good as Yakuza 4's combat. I just remembered Akiyama exists. It's not as good as Yakuza 4's combat. Like, even for the time that it came out in the series, Zero's combat was really wonky. Like, the 3 games done in that style that came before it all play better than it. And I swear half of that is the fucking heat gears. What a stupid system. Sorry. I get passionate about the heat gear system being dog shit. I'm not the only one, I know. Because, like, oh my god. Especially after playing Kiwami. Bro. Beast style, without the heat gears, Oh my god. It's incredible, but Beast Style in Yakuza 0 is like difficult to even find applications for outside of just swinging big bikes around. But like in Kiwami, you can just use Beast Style. Like you can actually enjoy everything the style offers other than just swinging big weapons around. It's great. The Rush Style in Kiwami, so much more fun because I don't have to build up that speed and then fear using my heat at the cost of losing that speed. Like I can just use the Rush Style tools. It's crazy how Kiwami, for the most part, just is Zero's combat, but the heat gear system not being there makes it so much better. Like, the only style that's not better because of it is Brawler. Or I guess not like night and day better is Brawler, because even Brawler is better. But like Brawler, even without the heat gear built up, was fine in Zero. Do you think it's cheap that they reuse the map so much? Or is it refreshing? No, I like that they stick with Kamurocho and just build or adjust every time. But it has to be done right game to game. Which is where, in the Kiwami video, again, spoiling it for anyone who hasn't watched it yet, I did have a little bit of a rant about Kiwami's Kamurocho, because it's just zeros. Like, Yakuza 1 has a very unique Kamurocho map compared to almost every other game in the series. And, like, going in, you know, it's a Yakuza 1 remake, so I figured they would remake Yakuza 1's Kamurocho. But they didn't. They just used Yakuza 0's Kamurocho. And, like, that kind of pissed me off a little bit. They just reused it, but they changed the color filter on it from green to blue. Because Yakuza 1 had cooler colors, generally. So they just tried to slap a blue filter over Yakuza 0's map and call it a day. Like, even the businesses are the same as Yakuza 0's. It's kind of dog shit, actually. Like, it's crazy how little effort went into Kamurocho's map in Kiwami 1. So it's like, it's game to game. If they actually do change it, like, Yakuza 4 has such a unique Kamurocho. The PS2 games are super different from Yakuza 3. 4 is different from 3 in the PS2 games. Yakuza 5 is a little different to 4's, not like totally overhauled the way that they had been doing up to that point, but different. Zero's is good. Zero's is mostly Yakuza 5's, but it has differences, like layout-wise and just general feel-wise. I didn't even mention Dead Souls. Dead Souls actually has one of the best Kamurochos. It is so unique. Just the feel that Kamurocho has in Dead Souls is so different from everything else. They don't take their time, which I think is bad. And the thing is, I haven't really experienced any of that. I've heard people say that a lot, but I didn't experience any of that quantity over quality stuff that people tend to bring up until Kiwami 1. And I really felt it in Kiwami, where I was like, this game needed way more time and way more love. I still enjoyed it a lot, but I was definitely like walking away from it as a remake of Yakuza 1 and as a sequel to Yakuza 0. By both of those metrics, I was left wanting way more from Kiwami 1. Like, you can feel that even though that game is still really enjoyable in its own way, it needed a lot more love than it got. Dead Souls, my beloved. The vibe in Kamurocho and Dead Souls is so unique. Like, even just the fucking, like, giant walls that they put up to seal off the quarantine zone. And the way that the quarantine zone, like, expanding throughout the game actually changes up how you have to navigate the map, like, from one story chapter to another, and what businesses are available and which ones aren't because they got fucking eaten up by the quarantine zone. And Dead Souls has one of the best Kamurochos, and I will die on that hill for sure if anyone ever pushes me on it. I don't think anyone will because no one fucking played it, but Dead Souls Kamurocho is genuinely so special compared to the rest of them. That actually is, I think that if I were to choose like one thing about Dead Souls that is like the best part of it, it might actually be how unique Kamurocho feels in that game. Because even when you're in like the safer areas, that when you're not in the quarantine zone, it still has this really like eerie weirdness to it. Because like, again, there are these giant walls sealing everything off, and everyone is still trying to like go about their business like normal and ignore it, but there's this like eeriness to it, even in the safe areas. It's so cool. And then like them using the underground areas from Yakuza 4 as like what's it? A way to move in and out of the quarantine zone, like getting around the giant barriers they've put up so that you can like go into where all the zombies are and do all your sub-stories and like grinding and stuff like that. And then you can go back out to the open world area. You dip in and out using the tunnels from Yakuza 4. Dead Souls had so many fun ideas, but God, it controlled and played like ass. Anyway. Gotta drop my spicy take. 3 is my favorite so far. Yakuza 3 defenders, rise up. We need more. We need more Yakuza 3 defenders. Everyone always says that it's like unplayable going back from the new games, and I can kind of see why people say that, but like, just play it. Yakuza 3 is great. Anyway, it is about that time. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever, come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like Resident Evil, Metal Gear, Ace Combat, stuff like that. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed, leave a like on the YouTube side. Algorithm, you know how that goes. It boosts it. It helps out. Thank you. If you've done so already, thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on YouTube or on Twitch. They're on the channel page. They're in chat commands. You'll find whatever you're looking for. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.